Aiden, Tom, Aislinn and Jen. John on Jargon. I was born not ready. Poetry is the straightest way to starvation. Irony is the weapon of the impotent. Slang is the expression of what we think, not what we are bullied into not thinking. What we are liable to censor ourselves from thinking. The actual, rather than the ideal. A Glasgow oyster. Anyone who puts himself forward to be elected to a position of political power is almost bound to be socially or emotionally insecure or criminally motivated or mad. A strong and stable coalition of chaos. Jargon is for morons. Policy 1. Politicians. Poverty of thought. Brainwashed. Tongue-washed at least. Jargon begins at the top. Like rot on a dead fish's head. The Gospel according to Matthew done right said it, 13:12. Jargon is the language of the trained liar, the professionally mendacious, the dishonesty trainee who learns from its masters. Non-denial, denial, legal speak, spoken weapons of bafflement, deliberately creating incomprehension and bemusement, like judges and their silly wigs and gowns. A Shropshire lad. The pleasure of the moment is the only possible motive for action. The pleasure of the moment is the only possible motive for action. Only a fool fluent in jargon or crippled by a religious belief would disagree. Immediate gratification is what makes life bearable, or the anticipation of immediate gratification, or, anyway, the possibility. The art world. There are no trades which are more contaminated by a meaningless, self-congratulatory, obfuscating jargon than those of curator, patron, critic, gallery director, panjandrum. They speak only to each other or themselves. They often are the same person in multiple roles. The art loop is forever out to shock. Pickled corpses, obviously. Performance artists severing bits of their bodies to eat, insulting royals, suicides by several means, burning buildings, shit and more shit, drowning babies, black pudding made from the artist's blood, bestiality workshops and genitals by the truckload, the usual stuff. And because it is so usual, so utterly familiar, it fails in its mission. It does not shock as it intends. It does not shock as it intends. Its commonplace triteness is not shocking at all. Questioning notions of questioning notions. Curating curation, curating curators. But it does shock in a way that it is incapable of realising. In a way that is not intended. In a way that is not intended. Its carelessly ignorant mauling of the English language is truly shocking. The work of people with tin ears and such lack of originality that they resort to cliché. Sirota, who called his application to run the Tate, grasping the nettle. That very title should have disqualified him, but of course it didn't, because the clique that chose him recognised him as one of their own, with the same gross insensitivity to English. Jargon. The football world. That mob too. The back of the net? What about the front of the net? Half a yard? Put a shift in? Bad day at the races? Jargon. He likes slang, but can't stand jargon. Go on, Jonathan. On. Jargon, dialect and accent are inseparable also. Self-obliteration before self-creation. The gentility. They see what they believe. We should believe in what we see. What boring lives they must lead. We should believe in what we see. The scum, the sublime, the banal, the numinous, the dreary, the Ulyssian, and the operation waste seeping from a sack outside clinics' back doors. How boring the genteel life must be, a life that denies so much of a life. A life that denies so much of life, a life led in fear of life. Inhibited language promotes inhibited behaviour and vice versa. Is it the genitals themselves that cause offence, or is it the many pleasurable uses they're put to, or is it the vulgar names that are attached to them? It's liable to remain a mystery. Genteel persons are unlikely to respond. Genteel persons are unlikely to respond to even the most courteous inquiries about the fastidious pathology they suffer. Rubbing offal. Tabloid speak, written by people who can't write, read by people who can't read. Getting drunk, sniffing coke, smoking weed. Urge overkill, go for a long walk. Long walks cure all sorts. Domestic goddess, lady danger. A lovely chalk drawing, as they're all called. Fat oaten horseshoe, gaps come with confidence. And that was the night Dan tried to escape through the wall. The night he was cradling your shoe. Go on, Jonathan, on.